Yo, once again, we are back on the West Coast crossover. I am JD.
And this your boy Jeremiah the Prophet. And this is the podcast that if your team ain't the Lakers, they're trash. And if your podcast ain't this, is weak as fuck.
You know it. Yo, find us on westcoastcrossover.com. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can also download the podcast on any streaming music app. Yo, man, the Lakers got a win tonight. Yo, Prophet, break it down right off of the rib.
I'm lit. Yo, check. Niggas mad cause LeVar got gimmicks, huh? John Wall wanna give my boy the Bennett, huh? Pressured Lonzo so he came out timid, huh? Fourth quarter ISO, my nigga Ingram, huh? Overtime Randall finally getting minutes, huh? Played some D, gave Washington the business, huh? So shot broke, but he's still getting them assists up. LeVar Ball was right again, my nigga, we won. Let's go.
Yeah, and the Lakers won. We are coming to you after a Lakers victory against the Washington Wizzards. Man, I'm pumped up. I'm excited. I wasn't expecting that to happen.
You know I'm turned, bro. You know I'm turned, bro. What had happened?
Man, what had happened was the Lakers came out right out the gate, turned up. The defense was looking good. They jumped out to a quick 12-4 lead. Man, everything was looking good. Randall ended up catching a lob, 360. That was like the play of the quarter. Best quarter of defense that I've seen the Lakers play so far this year. Didn't give a bunch of fast break points, stopped them from scoring in the paint, all that stuff. Took a 23-18 lead into the second quarter, and then some of those defensive inconsistencies started to show up as the Wizzards went on a 7-0 run to close that gap and actually take the lead. Yeah. So, you know, the first half was a little up and down. The Lakers actually finished down 49-45 at the half, and there was one play in there where Bradley Beal dunked all over KCP. It was bad. But Lonzo Ball, he didn't even score in that first half, man. But he actually, to me, from what I saw, he was making an impact, even though he wasn't necessarily scoring by, he's getting his boards, getting assists. And he actually played good defense, bruh. Wasn't nobody getting torched, right? That whole first half, nobody was getting torched. Not Lonzo, not the way they was talking. Nah. So that looked real good. 49-45, Lakers was down. They was putting up a fight. They were doing some good things. The defense was a little inconsistent in the second quarter, but overall it was pretty good. But bruh, that third quarter came along and John Wall started to heat up, right? He started lighting Lakers up. They got off to a big run, took a 10-point lead at one point. It was a 79-69 at one point. It was bad. Bradley Beal was out there having a real good game. So
he was balling, bro.
Yeah, the backcourt in the third quarter, he was catching up to Bradley Beal because Bradley Beal was having a good game. Wall had a good third quarter, and they really he was out there wilding, man. He was trying to dunk on the Lakers like every other play. What was going on with that?
I think it must have lost his mind, man. He went in.
Yeah, he did. He went in, man. He scored 10 points and had 4 assists just in that quarter. The one thing I did notice, though, in the third quarter that just jumped off the screen was Julius Randle didn't play. And he actually he did pretty good. In my opinion, when he was out there, he wasn't looking like a daisical. He wasn't looking lethargic. And but he didn't play at all in the third quarter. And but the thing was, the dude that was playing pretty good was Brandon Ingram. Yeah. You know, at that point, he didn't have a super big game, but he wasn't out there taking bad shots. He was being kind of productive on offense. His defense was good. His defense was definitely good up to that point. So, you know, moving into the fourth quarter, the Lakers are down by 10. It's looking kind of bad. And the play is actually kind of sloppy to start the fourth quarter. And then all of a sudden, the comeback started happening. The comeback started little by little, led by Ingram. He had a nice take and an and one. And the drive that he did when he got that score, I think that's the way that Ingram needs to try to focus on attacking the basket and scoring, man. He took one dribble, 2 of those long-ass daddy long-leg steps, and he was right at the rim and able to finish. And he was in control. There's a lot of times he's done that and been out of control, got a turnover or bad shot, bad layup. If he gets that move down and he's under control, he can be lethal with that because he can get around those 2 guards and 3 guards with that long step, man. So I liked when he did that, man. And that actually helped key that run. Also, he made a nice block on Gortat. I'm sorry. Man, one thing I noticed, Blah blew an easy layup, man, and he was really struggling with his shot. And I've noticed him kind of blowing layups a little bit too much for my liking. Lonzo, bro.
Yeah.
Lonzo.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, but shout out to KCP. I know I'll be getting on him. He didn't shoot that great, but he hit some key clutch shots.
He always does key defensive plays also, man. I've been checking that out. Every game he does one or two like steals that turn into layups, you know, when nobody else was playing hard, you know?
Yeah, and he was in there to close out the game because of the great defense that he was playing, and he was actually making plays on the offensive end in that fourth quarter too. He did take a couple of ill-advised shots, so to speak, but that's all right. Kuzma, man, his shot was kind of off, but the shots that he did make were at just big moments.
Big moments. And
right?
And all the shots that he took were good shots, in my opinion, too. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't, bro.
Well, I saw him take a couple, bad shots. He even took a bad three with like under a minute left, but the Lakers were able to get one more chance. And what happened was Bill missed a shot. Ball grabbed the ball, ran down the court, and then kicked it out to Randall, of all people. Top of the key, and he nailed that three. He stared at it, and he nailed it. Cut the lead, 91-90. The Lakers were finally able to actually tie up the game, 92-92. And it was all due to, who was that made that last shot? It was Ingram, right? Ingram, yeah, he had that ISO. He ISO'd on Aubrey, man. Got to the rim, missed the shot, but fouled his own miss and was able to tie up the game, send it to overtime, man. So crowd was rocking,
lit,
man.
Bro. I was lit over here, man. I was watching the game by myself, man. When that shit happened, bro, I was like in my own little world over here at the end of the bed watching the game, dog. I was really happy for that moment right there. Going into overtime was a big deal. LeVar Ball was up in the stands acting a fool, man. And we had a moment.
We did. Most definitely, man. I felt like I was in the crowd rooting them on and everything. So it was real exciting. The game was tied up. They were going a little bit back and forth in the overtime. Mm-hmm. And actually, Kuzma, like we were talking about, he actually pulled up and hit a wide open three off a nice assist by Ball. And that put the Lakers up by 2. But then Bill was able to answer and tied up 97-97, came right back and scored. Mm-hmm. And it was looking kind of bad because after that, the Lakers had got the ball, got the offensive interference call on Kuzma when the shot might have went in. And I was like, damn. So it's 97-97. Wall came down and was able to finally break out of his funk and score. And 99-97. And then once again, of all people, bruh, Mr. No!
Oh, man. That's to you, man. I like KCP, bro. But I was glad, though. I was glad.
I still said no, but when he said it, you know how that goes. Yes, great shot, KCP. So the Lakers was up. The Lakers was up 1 that point, and Wizzards weren't able to score. The Lakers got the ball. Randall scored with 4 seconds left. For some reason, the Wizards didn't foul, and then Wall missed an off-balance 3, and that was it, man. That was happiness in Lakerland. Happiness in Lakerland. That's what had happened. Man.
That's what had happened. So that's the breakdown of the whole game, man. But I mean, individually, who did they thing, man? Who was the people you said that really stood out today?
Well, Brandon Ingram, first and foremost. I got to give him props. He stepped up and he was clutch, bruh. He was clutch in the fourth. He was clutch in overtime. His defense was good. I was really proud of the way and encouraged by what I saw on the court from him.
Look, Brandon Ingram ended up with 19 points and 10 rebounds. That was a pretty good game. He had 4 turnovers, but I mean, he shot 50% from the field. He was over 3 from 3, but I mean, overall, he was 8 for 16. That's a pretty good game for my dude, man. I like it.
And got to give props to Julius Randle, man, because he came out there and played with a lot of heart. And I think to me, what he showed me out there was that little pouting spell that he had, that might be a thing of the past. That might have been a little phase that he had to go through. Tough time going to the bench. But he came out there and he was playing like a beast. Even when he didn't play in that third quarter, he came out in the fourth when he did get on the floor and he led that charge back to get the Lakers back in the game. So I was real happy with the way he played. He was real productive off the bench. He had 11 points, 9 boards. So he was balling, man. He was able to play one-on-one defense on John Wall a couple of times, man.
A few times.
All the way and block the shot. Man, he was balling. So I predicted Randall would be a baller like that, and he stepped up today. So I appreciated that. And I can't forget Larry Nance. He's chipped in with a nice 18 points and 10 boards. I think Nance is really adjusting to that starting role as a power forward very well. He's got 18 points, but he didn't play outside of himself to get those points, because he went 8 for 10 and he was just shooting the normal shots that he normally takes, garbage shots, stuff off the break. So I really like the way he's filling in at that 4 for the Lakers right now, man. It's working out really good, I think, for them defensively as well. And they're still getting that offensive production out of that position that they need.
Hey, I gotta agree, man. My overall take on the game today was that it's hard to pick out a who did they thing for the day, because they all did, man. All together, this win came because they finally looked like they worked together as a team. Like maybe the idea that somebody was going to go after Lonzo super hard or something, and that whole little, debacle had the Lakers looking at each other like, we're going to band together. I know they mentioned that before the game.
Right.
And it ended up being an evenly played game between the different Lakers. We had Larry Nance had 18, Brandon Ingram had 19, Caldwell Pope had 14, Kuzma had 15, and Randall had 11. And
even Jordan Clarkson had 8, and he actually, to me, he looked good as a playmaker out there.
That's what I was going to say, is that he seemed more bought in this game than I had seen him all year. He
Absolutely
was making better reads. He had 4 turnovers. But that was because he had 4 assists, 4 turnovers. But that's because he was passing more than he normally does. You know what I mean? He was trying to work into that role, and it looked pretty good. Josh Hart was 1 for 3, played for a little bit.
I liked what I saw from him.
5 rebounds, but he was impactful for that little bit of time that he was in.
Absolutely.
When it came down to the whole Lonzo versus John Wall matchup that everybody was talking about before the game, Lonzo didn't. He looked extremely timid throughout that game to me. In the face, right? Not only was he not taking a lot of shots that were afforded to him, he just, when the camera panned across his face, to me it was looking like he was a little nervous, man, and I felt like, especially when we were losing, I was thinking like, oh man, this ain't gonna look good on SportsCenter tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he still, even in those moments, stayed within himself. And that's what I love about the player that he is that he never gets forced into doing what he don't want to do. You know what I mean? He made the right read when he wanted to. He made the right shot when it was open. Shot was broke, man. He ended up being 2 for 11, 0 for 5 from 3-point land. But he ended up with 6 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, only 1 turnover. And was
I like that.
Yeah, and was a plus 13 in the plus minus category for the game. On the flip side, you had John Wall, who really didn't eat him up like people may have expected to. Like actually, I kind of expected him to be honest.
I did too.
He ended up with 18 points, had 4 turnovers. He did give out 9 assists, but he was a minus 14 plus minus. You know what I mean? So it's not like Lonzo got ate up. But I do think he was a little nervous. I do think he kind of over-respected John Wall, if there's a such thing, you know what I mean?
But I think he ended up with the dub. Well. Yeah,
he ended up with the dub, shit.
That's the thing that matters the most. And I think, that whole torture thing and all that stuff, I think maybe that might have played into John Wall's psyche as he didn't come out and just play his normal game, because now a little bit of that pressure had shifted to him to, maybe go out and school this kid a little bit. So maybe that actually backfired in a sense. Who knows, man? But John Wall definitely didn't go out there and have a type of game that you were expecting him to have, typically going off on the rookie. Because to me, Ball played good defense, as good as you could hope that he could possibly play on John Wall, being that this is only his fourth game, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was really impressed with what he did on defense. The only thing I wasn't impressed with, and the suspect thing of the game, when you brought it up, was his shooting. I mean, the shot was broke, man. Call it what it is. Outside of that one game, it's been broke all season. And I wasn't one of the people that was an advocate of a guy that needed to change his shot. And I'm still not an advocate of that. I still would just encourage him to take those open shots, make sure it's a good shot, and eventually they should start falling, man.
Yeah. And I will also say, while we're talking about people that did their thing, gotta shout out Luke Walton and the coaching staff. I feel like they did their thing this game, though, bro.
Shout out to them.
The way the Lakers played defense, for anyone who did not see the game, they switched everything. That was the first time that happened. And so during the fourth quarter, when they made the comeback and the overtime, they had a lineup that consisted of Julius Randle being the biggest person out there, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Caldwell Pope, and Lonzo Ball. Right. None of them dudes are over, 6'10", right?
But nobody's shorter than 6'6".
And nobody's shorter than 6'6", and they switched everything.
And it looked great.
Everything. And Lonzo would switch on Marcin Gortat, and Julius Randle would switch on John Wall or Bradley Beal. And it worked out, dude. And I thought that was great. And I thought that Luke Walton did a good job of using everybody. We won with our young folks. No, we won with the young folks, dog. Right. The young people was the ones on the floor through the fourth and the overtime.
Yeah, and I noticed that, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, even if the Lakers come up with a loss here, I think this is good experience. This is a tight game. This is a better team. You were kind of expecting to lose. So it'll be okay, because so far during this game, they showed a lot of grit, a lot of determination and heart. And, but much to my surprise, they actually were able to pull it out with those same players, which is obviously even better than just making a good showing and winning.
Well, I appreciate those dudes. Certainly, man. Yeah, shout out to them. The Lakers and the coaching staff played super. But who was suspect in this game?
Like we just said, man, John Wall will be the most suspect person, bro.
You really think so?
I would have to say he was supposed to be torturing and all this other. Yeah, I even had him going for way over 30. Nah, man, he was looking suspect. Outside of the third quarter, he was highly ineffective. Like you said, he had that high negative number. He's still a baller. He's still one of the top in the league. But today, in this game, he was suspect.
Well, hey, I can't argue with that. My man was a little tad bit suspect today. And on the Lakers side, I'm going to say someone who was suspect, who was just today. And only suspect for one reason. Brook Lopez was suspect this game because he did not seem to fit. Now, he ended up with 9 points, 1 rebound. Nigga, you're 7 foot, bruh. 3 assists, 1 for 2 from 3-point land, 3 for 8 total. Bruh, it wasn't impressive, and that's why he didn't play through the last quarters of the game. It's because he was out of place, man. The small ball that they were running was much more effective than having him, even though he's supposed to be our best offensive player, man. It just seemed way more fluid without him out there on the floor. And it looked a little suspect for the future with Brook Lopez. I thought he would be like the key piece, and he still may be. And there's going to be games where we're going to need that dude. But today, yeah, bro, I was thinking it was looking like, yeah, we're going to be cool next year without you.
Yeah, he was a suspect in hiding because he was not very noticeable out there on the floor. I don't even I noticed that late in the game. I was like, I haven't seen Brook Lopez in a long time, and that is A-okay with me right now.
You know what? I noticed that when he got the ball a few times, that he was looking awfully predictable. For a dude that's such an offensive savant, he was just turning over the left shoulder and pulling that little jump hook in the lane. Made it a couple times, missed it a couple times. You know what I mean? And it had tough defense on it because everybody knew what he was going to do, and it was slow, and it didn't match with what the rest of the Lakers were doing.
Yeah, and then he was also getting pushed around by Zorki's little brother from 300, Marcin Gortat. He was down there pushing him around and making things difficult for him. And if Brook Lopez isn't going to score for you, there's really not much else that he tends to offer you as far as rebounds go or anything of that nature. So his defense, it wasn't there today. Sometimes he's in good position, but he's not a rim protector. So why not change it up? And it worked.
Yeah, it worked, bro. It worked. It did pretty good, man. So let me just take a break real fast to tell everybody to make sure to check out my YouTube page. You can find us at Jackson's Family Rock. Me and my family talk a bunch of shit and do crazy stuff. We do a lot of pranks and whatnot, man. We be eating hot peppers and doing all kind of challenges. And we got a lot of views. A lot of people think it's funny, man. I think a lot of our listeners would like it. So check that out sometime. That's Jackson's Rock on YouTube.com. So look for us, man. Let's get into the World Wide West, bro. What all is going around in the World Wide West? Coast. The Dodgers, bro, Magic Johnson's other squad, gang, was playing in the World Series today, and unfortunately they took a L. They won yesterday, but today they allowed the Houston Astros to catch up late in the 10th inning. They were in extra innings, and the Astros hit a couple home runs, man, and it was over. I hate to report that because I am a Dodger fan, but I was interested in that because I was actually at a little bar hanging out with the wifey and such, and watching that before the Laker game started. And I noticed that Magic Johnson left, I think, when the Dodgers were still up to go watch the Laker game. So he's a man wearing two hats, you know what I mean? Running from the World Series game to go see the Lakers regular season 4th game.
Yeah, they showed shots of him in the tunnel actually looking at the Jumbotron and watching the Dodgers as their game progressed. But shout out to the Dodgers. Tough luck losing tonight. I hope y'all are able to take it sometime soon here. Wrap it up in 5 if you have to. Win the next 3.
I'd appreciate it, bro. That would be good to me. So what was the epic win and epic fail for the day in the worldwide West sports?
The epic win is the Lakers win, 102-99. That was epic, man. Nobody expected that. Everybody was talking all that craziness before the game about John Wall going off. The Lakers were supposed to be overmatched. They haven't got the rotations fixed. Well, guess what, man? They showed a lot of heart. They came back against the Washington Wizards, and they were able to pull out a victory in overtime, utilizing the young guns. So victory, epic victory for the Lakers and their franchise moving forward. And hopefully this kicks off some good things. And what it reminded me of, too, man, was when the Lakers had to make that big comeback in the last game by really, banding together and playing for each other in order to get themselves not only back in that game, but take the lead. But they weren't able to pull it out in the end. Well, this time they were able to manage that lead and not let it get out of hand in the first place, make the comeback, and then make the finish. So shout out to them, man. Epic win.
That was a good look. That was an epic win. And I'm going to take it one step further and say it's an epic win for my nigga LeVar Ball. Because once again, at halftime, they went over, they interviewed my nigga, and they was like, they said they was going to give Lonzo a hard time. It's looking like it's not going to go good. And he was like, well, we still going to win. We still going to win. Well, talk to me after the game. Talk to me after the game. And what happened? The Lakers came back and won. So once again, my nigga LeVar, a.k.a. the Big Baller Oracle.
Shout out to Triple B. He prophesized it, man. He said they don't lose twice in a week. Lonzo don't lose twice in a week. Lonzo didn't lose.
I'll take it, nigga.
I'll take it.
Man, so what is the epic fail of the day, bro?
What is the epic fail? You know what was an epic fail to me?
What's that?
Was the fact that I was really looking forward to seeing Otto Porter in his big ass space goggles, man. Those ones that look like the teacher in woodshop likes to wear. You know what I'm saying? Those clear beach volleyball Oakley looking glasses. I like when he wears those. They make me laugh. He didn't wear those. That was the fail. Wear your goggles. That's why you fouled out.
You're mad? Yeah, he did foul out because he was not wearing his new blue blockers. That nigga,
Dr. Geek on the sideline rapping about that.
He wasn't wearing his blue blockers. And a nigga got all that. You know what? Man, why we talking about Otto Porter? Yo, you think what I'm thinking, my nigga?
I think, it's getting a little hot in here. It's time to put somebody to the flame. I am roasting session.
Yeah.
Giddy.
Yo. John Wall, I like you a lot. I won't talk to you. I won't talk bad about you, my nigga. Except for the fact that your sideburns are nappy as shit, boy. You see that nigga's sideburns? Oh, they're nappy as shit. You give your bitch a road rash when you whisper in her ear, my nigga. Get him.
It looks just like Kemba Walker's old road rash sideburns all in the face and everything. Kelly Aubrey, go back to here real quick. Kelly Aubrey looks like a cross between Bruno Mars and like a really tough chick. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got out the women's penitentiary or something, or like he's about to audition for a role and set it off too.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre. All right, yeah. I won't talk too bad about that nigga because it's already hard enough for black men with names like Kelly, nigga, in this world.
It is. Especially when you look like a chick.
Look, teenagers, only the teenagers would know who I'm talking about. Y'all old ass niggas out there, man, y'all can look it up. But this nigga Kelly Oubre looks like a corny version of this new rapper XXX Tentacion, nigga. It's the nigga that sings, nigga. Look at me. Fuck on me, yeah. Look at me. Fuck on me, yeah.
Hold on. I haven't heard all of that, but I did see a viral video clip of him getting bum rushed on stage and knocked out. So
he looks just like that guy, bro. I'll tell you. He looks like the more corny version, nigga. That's the best, nigga.
More corny than I only seen that dude in the fetal position. So if you look more corny than that, damn.
Hey, bro. Who else they got on that squad, nigga? They got Marcin Gortat. You see this guy, bro?
Hey, I told you, bro.
I ain't shit before the game, right?
I ain't talking about him, dog. You see how beastly he looks, dog? Like he used to wrestle bisons and bears in Poland. I don't know if I would talk about him, dog.
Hey, bro. No. You ain't never lied about his wrestling, nigga. I looked at him, bro, and I was like, where have I seen this nigga before? And I'm like, oh, shit, my nigga. That's Zangief from Street Fighter 2, nigga. nigga, his jersey came down a little bit. He had that lightning bolt shaped fucking patch of hair on his chest,
nigga lost some weight. Join the league. Hey, dog, speaking of Street Fighter, dog, well, look, LeVar looks like Jax from Mortal Kombat, dog. So who's going to win in a fight between LeVar and Marcin Gortat if they was to go head-to-head, dog?
Bro, nigga, hey, Zangief's fucking spinning pile driver ain't no fucking joke, bro. You can't fuck around with that, nigga. Plus,
boss, dog, he got that old man strength to go along with. So he lifts weights, dog. So if he like gets his hands on him, I don't know. He's been in a wrestling ring before.
I'll tell you what, nigga. I'll tell you what I would not like to happen. You know, never let that nigga LeVar Ball bite a motherfucker, nigga. That nigga bite you. Nigga, you will die, nigga. He bites you on the toe, you die, nigga, on everything. Hey, but I don't know about him fighting Marcin Gortat, nigga, because you know that nigga's nickname, dog? That nigga has a porn nickname, dog. They call that nigga the Polish Hammer, nigga. Nigga, I will not call another grown-ass man the Polish fucking Hammer, nigga. Kill yourself. Anybody who calls that man that shit to his face, nigga. Oh, Hungarian bald eagle face having ass nigga.
Get up.
I ain't calling that nigga no fucking Polish Hammer, bro. Hell nah.
Oh, man.
Nigga, and Otto Porter, nigga.
Otto Porter, man, I don't know if I want to get back on Otto Porter and them big ass glasses that should have. If he had them on, he would have had better court vision, would have known not to foul niggas and all that.
Hey, I just want to know, nigga, what the fuck is an Otto, man? nigga, that's a slave name, bro.
OTTO.
That's what I'm saying. That's just the last slave name that lasted past Toby and Bobo and shit like that, nigga. Ain't no nigga's name OTTO, nigga. Fuck that. Nigga, hell nah, bro.
Out here with that thing.
Speaking of names, nigga, I was watching it and my wife had a good point, nigga. She said... She said that nigga name is Markeith Morris. That's one of them names that, like, your moms didn't know who the baby daddy was, nigga. It could have been Marcus, Mark, or Keith, nigga. And she's like, I know how to name a Markeith to be slick, nigga.
And she had twins to cover all bases.
Right. She's like, I'm gonna name one Marcus and one Markeith, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna know what the fuck is
I thought I couldn't tell first. I was wondering if, all right, who got named first? Was it Markeith? Did the ghetto name came first, and then they had to go ahead and adjust the other name, make it natural, like some secondary will settle for this, or there's Marcus, and then we got a ghetto alternative already on deck anyway. So bam.
I don't know
which one came first.
Which one came first? That is an interesting question. We gotta ask them niggas one day, man, but they might not like us too much, bro, after we just told them their mama didn't know who the baby daddy was.
Yeah, probably not enough. From what I understand, they was the business, so.
Yeah. So, we cool, nigga. We cool, Markeith.
It's just jokes.
It's just jokes. I didn't even mean it like that, though.
Hey, but who we got next, man?
Man, next we got the Raptors. It's Friday, October 27th, and it's at home at Staples Center. Might try to swing by there, nigga. I'm off on Friday, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might try to get a little scalp tickets and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, I want to see the Raptors because I got a couple jokes on some of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to the post for the post-game coverage because we probably got some jokes on some of them. They got some funny-looking niggas on their team, too.
Right. They got DeMar DeRozan and his forehead.
Bro.
And you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, Black Skeletor looking ass, nigga.
Forehead look like a kneecap looking ass. Anyway, that's who's up next, bro. That's who's up next. We got to say some of that. So, Lakers got the Raptors up next. That's another tough matchup. The Raptors are supposed to be somewhere probably around where the Wizards are predicted to finish in the East, that 3, 4, 5, 6 area. So this will be another good test. If the Lakers can pull this one out, man, that'll be very encouraging. They would be 3-2 at that point. So we'll see what happens with that.
We'll see what happens with that. And so let's give a couple shout outs real quick before we end up with the show. I want to give one out to Coach O of Citrus Valley High School out in Redlands, California. My dude is not a Laker fan. He's a Laker hater, but he's been very engaging, and his show keeps up a lot with Laker news and whatnot. And he's checking us out online and on social media and whatnot. So I wanted to give a shout out to him, bro. You got anybody you want to shout out to?
Yo, I just want to shout out some of the new people that's been joining the group and liking the page and interacting with us. We definitely appreciate it. Shout out Derek Blake, Anatoly, Valestero, Elizabeth the Wolf, Justavia, what's up with you? Alec Davis, David Fan, we appreciate the love and all the retweets and all that other good stuff. Thank you very much. Taj Ford, Jermaine Wood, Sean Blake, Mark Murphy, Trippy, yes, what's up? James Moore, Trendsetter, Grady Nguyen, and everybody else that's joined us on the West Coast crossover. We definitely appreciate it. Please join our fan page. Go to our website, westcoastcrossover.com. Join our fan page on Facebook. Join the group. That's where we really interact. And send us your ideas, man. We might talk about that on the air and shout you out too.
Speaking of talking about stuff on the air and shouting people out, let's shout out my dude, Terrence Lynn. You guys did an outstanding interview about basketball, hip hop, and the influence on Asian and African American culture. I thought that was a dope interview. And if anybody did not hear that, go back and listen to the previous episode. That's what that is. And it's pretty interesting. I enjoyed it myself, my dude.
Right. You can find that on our website. That's actually been updated recently, so it's very easy to find. You'll find the newest episode, which is this one right now, playing for you. But right before that, you can click on episode, I believe it's 8 or 9, one of them. And that's the interview. 8. That's episode 8. That's the interview with me and Terrence, where we, after that Jeremy Lin, Kenyon Martin thing, man, we just hopped on the phone, chopped it up a little bit, and shared that with y'all, man. So go ahead and take a listen to that and tell me what you think.
I just lied. That is actually episode 9.
Episode 9.
Episode 10. But it's all good. Y'all niggas know what we talking about, man.
Yeah, just go to the website. It'll sort itself out very easy, man.
For sure. Well, I had fun talking about this Laker game, and I'm going to have more fun talking about the next game that we win, which will be against them bums that we finna play coming up, the damn Raptors. That's right. Don't go too hard on us, man. Don't Patrick Beverly.
No, we ready for them, man. We going to deal with Kyle Lowry, too, just like we dealt with Ja Wall.
All right, for sure. Well, you guys make sure you check us out on Twitter, SoundCloud,
do that.
iTunes, Google Play Music.
Tune in, Spreaker,
what was the other one? Stitcher. All of that stuff, man. And hit us up on Instagram and all of that, because we love to interact with you guys, and we really enjoy talking Lakers with y'all. Holla at your grown man. This is Jeremiah the Prophet.
And this is JD.